Are there any scenes or moments that didn't make it into the final cut that you're hoping to see in the extended edition?
You know, it's interesting. I think because we now have the third film, lots of stuff that would have been left on the cutting room floor, which were very valid and important, have been picked back up and put back in the film because we have time now to add all the little nuance that often, you know, when you're forced to cut a film to a certain time, you know, things just sadly get lost. And I think Peter's done a very good job at keeping lots of little vignettes of moments that, you know, we would maybe not have seen if this had been squashed into two films. But I can't remember anything specific. Maybe more so in the third film. But, you know, we'll talk about that next year.
When it doesn't end up in the final cut, this is terrible, but I always think, phew, because it must have sucked and they must have gotten rid of it and saved me from embarrassment. And there was one particular scene that was cut that I actually, on the day when we were shooting, I was very unhappy with. You know, when we finished, I thought, that was no good, and I hope I get to reshoot that scene. And then we never reshot it, and when it came time to for reshoots, and it didn't end up in the finished product. Although I would be terrified for it to be put into the film because I don't think it was good enough, I would sort of like to see how it would change the character story and the character arc, because it's actually her first encounter with Keeley. And it was actually a moment where they share a moment and where you get to see Tauriel's socialization as an elf to despise and be disgusted by dwarves. And that's been taken out of the film. So I thought it was interesting because that's a major choice, to not have that reversal, but to just have her kind of from the very beginning be a little bit more open than the original conception was.
I think there's a thread which had to get lost because of time, where we see Thorin's father fighting on the battlefield in Moria when he gets lost. This is Thrain. And also Gandalf finds him in Dol Guldur and confronts him, and the lost Thrain is discovered and says, you know, you must not let my son enter the mountain. And I think that may end up in the extended edition, yeah.
I mean, quite honestly, no idea. The way that we shoot those movies is... It's like a patchwork, you know. You just kind of. I was very happy with what I saw for Legolas. You know, we shot those two movies back to back, and I did a lot in pickups, so I wasn't kind of sure which bits were going to be there. You lose touch after 18 months of filming, you know.
Yeah, there's obviously a bit further to go with Sauron as the necromancer is turning into, and I think that pans out a bit more in the third film. But nothing. No. I think we squeeze both those characters as much as possible, because obviously in the book you head towards Smaug with such expectation, and it's a great standalone moment. But in amongst three films, you need to give it a little bit more air, because it's, you know, he's kind of the creature that everyone's questing towards for the Arkenstone. So. There were additional moments, rather rarely in an actor's experience, watching himself on screen. It's like, oh, damn it, they cut me. There were actually, you know, added moments of animation with Smaug, which are just mind-blowingly beautiful.
Truthfully, I can't remember because it's so long. Some of it was so long ago that I don't even remember some of it. Yeah, I'm always hamming something up. I mean, it's quite. I probably sang. I don't know. I might have done a dance. I don't know what I did.
Well, we hope to see that.
Yeah.